Lesson 38, Simultaneous Equations, Example 7. Using determinants, solve 2x plus y minus z equals 0, 5x plus 2z equals minus 3, and 7x minus 2y equals 1. Now to do this, first of all, we'll set up the augmented matrix. Okay, now to do that, we write it like this. Take the coefficients of the x's in the first column, that's 2, 5, and 7. And we'll take the coefficients of the y's in the next column, which is 1, 0 for this one, and minus 2. And the coefficients of the z's, which is -1, 2, and 0. And then we'll just do a little dotted line down here, and then the numbers 0, minus 3, and 1. Now I'll just put the above that, I'll just write them in. That's the x, different colour, that's the x, that's the y, that's the z, and that's the number. Okay, and this is called an augmented matrix. Now from that augmented matrix, we'll work out several determinants. The first determinant we'll work out, we'll call that one delta n, is a number determinant, and that will be these ones here. That's the 2, 1, -1, 5, 0, 2, 7, minus 2, 0. And we'll work that out. Now you can do that yourself, pause the video and do it yourself from the previous lesson. Okay, and that's what you should have had. That would be 2 times, that's 0, minus 2, 2, 0. This will be a minus 1, minus 1. This will be 5, 7, 2, 0, plus, or actually -1, minus 1, determinant of 5, 7, 0, minus 2. Okay, and that gave you 8 plus 14 plus 10, which gave you 32. Now, the next one is the delta x one. Now to do that, we take this number here, the number column, and replace the x column with the number column. So we'll just have it like this. That now becomes 0, minus 3, 1, and then 1, 0, -2, minus 1, 2, 0. And when you evaluate that one, you get the answer 32 as well. Now, the value of x is simply delta x on delta n, which is 32 on 32, which equals 1. Alright, now continuing on, getting the y determinant. So we can say that delta y will be equal to 257, 257. Now replacing the y column with a number column, 0, minus 3, 1, then minus 1, 2, 0. And evaluating that determinant, we get the result of 96. Okay. Now we can rub that out and do that one. So we've got 96 for that one. Okay. So we get the z one. And we get delta z. Delta z is equal to 2, 5, 7, 1, 0, minus 2, and it was now 0, minus 3, and 1. And when you evaluate that one, just replacing the Z column with the number column, you get the result of minus 128. Now, to get what y is, y was delta y on delta z, which recall was 96 on 32, which was 3. And we can see that the z is going to be delta z on on delta n, which is equal to minus 128 over 32, which is minus 4. Okay, now we'll have a look at Excel and see how Excel does this. Alright, now you see I've set this up in Excel. There's the augmented matrix, the 2, 1, minus 1, 9, etc., as we saw before. And I've highlighted this grey column. Now, this is to work out the determinant of n. Here it is over here. And this is the code for it. Click on that. You'll see here I've just simply put in equals C2. This is C2 here. There it is, C2 times this determinant in here, right? And there's your D3 times E4 minus your D4 times E3. And then on we go with the rest of this particular coding. You can have a bit of a look at that. And then use that if you want to set up your own little matrix. Your own little determinant. And then what I've done here, I've replaced that grey. I put over here. I've just transposed all these pieces here. This is there's your F2 coming over here, and then this one here, of course, that one's going to be a D2, and so on. And I've done the same sort of thing here. There we go. That's this one here. You want to pause the video there and have a look at that. Ditto down here for the delta y. Okay, there's the code for delta y, and there's the code for delta z. And of course, to work out the x, that was simply here I6 divided by I3. That gave you what the x value was, and so on. So you can set up this whole little setup to solve any equation. Then, of course, once you've set that up, you can just put any numbers you like in there, and that'll prove it. one very important point I forgot to mention: if the determinant here is 0, then you have got some problems then, haven't you? Okay, so the determinant must obviously be have a particular value, otherwise you'll be dividing by 0. You can't do that.